Choosing the right niche is incredibly crucial. If you choose the wrong niche, then you won't even have a large audience, which is exactly what you need if you want to go viral. As I like to say, posting videos in the wrong niche is rowing against the current, while posting videos in the right niche is like rowing with the current, helping you gain momentum and move faster. It's literally the difference between 100 subscribers and 1 million subscribers. So there are 5 criteria that you should check off in order to classify it as a golden niche. Number 1, social proof. This means it has a large potential audience. You can determine this by identifying large channels in your niche. If there are huge competitors in the niche getting millions of views, then that's your social proof. The example channels or competitors don't even need to be shorts channels. They can also be YouTube long form niches, TikTok niches, and then you translate them to YouTube Shorts. Number 2, low risk of reuse content and copyright strikes. This really comes down to how you make the videos, but the safest niches are the ones that don't use anybody else's copyrighted content. However, the most popular shorts channels are using other people's copyrighted footage, but they get around it with heavy transformation and following the principles of fair use. So this goes back to the examples I showed with the Breaking Bad videos. One of them was completely transformed while the other only had captions. Your niche shouldn't be the latter. Number 3, balanced saturation level. You ideally don't want to pick the most saturated niche like heartwarming viral commentary, for example, where they're narrating a heartwarming animal clip or something. You definitely can be successful with that niche, as every month I see new channels popping up, growing wicked quickly in that niche. But you have a greater advantage at beating your competitors if you only have a few big competitors as opposed to 100 big competitors. Saturation and competition can be beaten, as I'll go over in the next video, but it's still something to keep in mind, the balance between oversaturation and social proof. Number 4, capability. You must be capable of creating videos in this niche. You want to make videos about topics that you're interested in. If you're not interested in that topic, then you're more likely to get unmotivated and quit. This has happened to me and to countless others. But if you find a niche with huge potential and you're not interested, you can still go for it. Just make sure you actually dedicate yourself to sticking with it, even if you dislike it. On top of that, you ideally need to make sure that you're capable of creating videos in the niche. Do you know how to make these videos? The good thing about YouTube automation is you can outsource the video creation process, which can avoid this problem altogether. It doesn't matter if you're capable of making the videos if you can just outsource it to someone who is capable. But still keep this point in mind when choosing a niche, especially if you plan on making the videos yourself and don't want to invest in the freelancers. Number 5, high RPM. You want a niche that pays a high amount per 1,000 views. With YouTube longform, the niche heavily influences the RPM. But with YouTube Shorts, on the other hand, the influence is not as intense, but it still definitely can play a role. Shorts RPM is influenced by a number of factors, a lot of which do not come down to your niche. And I'll be going over that in the maximizing earnings section of this course. And those are the 5 main criteria to look out for when you're searching for a golden niche. The first 2 are the most important, but the last 3 can be overcome. Saturation can be beaten, as I'll go over in the next module. Your capability of making the videos doesn't matter if you can outsource. It matters more so if you don't want to invest any money into this. And then your RPM doesn't matter if you're in a niche that's getting 100 million views a month. So I would definitely be prioritizing the social proof over the potential RPM. But definitely keep all these factors in mind if you want to be successful with this as quickly as possible. And last thing I want to say, in this section, I'm going to be giving you multiple different methods of finding niches. I don't want you to get analysis paralysis and take weeks to pick out a niche. Give yourself a deadline, like maybe a few days or a week from now, you decide on a niche, and then you execute upon it. Take action.